Broke up and want me to miss you? Or maybe you'll have a first date and want me to pick you up. Feeling desperate for a person's attention can be crueler than we realize. That feeling of helplessness, when not having that affection or concern from another person, makes us feel very alone or unwanted. But I have the solution just around the corner. Follow these great tips to have him or her in the palm of your hand. I assure you that by following these steps, that person will value you more, and you will also have more unique moments together. It is useful for cases in which you gave each other some time, and also for cases in which you will have a first date, and you want to leave it, or leave it with a desire for more. Well, take a pen and paper. Listen carefully to these 8 tips until the end, because you need to follow all the steps. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Deliberately leaving things behind. In the art of living according to Stoic principles, the idea of letting go is not only associated with loss or negative detachment, but can also be a transformative and meaningful act. Deliberately leaving behind certain objects or memories can become an emotional bridge that strengthens bonds with the people we hold dear. An example of this is leaving someone a note or a small gift. This gesture, far from being superficial, represents an act of conscious detachment, where we choose to share a piece of ourselves with the other person. In doing so, we recognize the impermanence of material things and focus on what truly matters: emotional connection. Every time that person sees that detail in their home, car, or even office, a torrent of memories and positive emotions will invade them. You will reminisce about the special moments shared, the laughter, the adventures, and all the experiences that have built your bond. These small gestures have immense power to evoke feelings of caring, appreciation, and longing, even when we are not physically present. Beyond evoking memories, these details act as a constant reminder of our love and dedication. In times of loneliness or stress, they can become a source of comfort and strength. On a day-to-day basis, they bring a touch of joy and excitement, reminding us of the importance of human connection. By deliberately leaving something behind, we create an emotional bridge that transcends physical distance. We allow our presence to be felt tangibly and consistently, even when we are not around. These small acts of love and care not only keep the flame of the relationship alive, but they nurture and strengthen it, ensuring that there is always a little piece of us in the other person's life. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it, "Do not grieve over what you cannot have, but rejoice over what you do have." This phrase reminds us that excessive attachment to material things can generate suffering. Instead, focusing on cultivating meaningful relationships and sharing valuable moments with the people we love brings us lasting and deep happiness. Letting go in the Stoic context does not mean renouncing our affections, but transforming them into something deeper and more resistant. Through conscious detachment and small gestures of love, we can strengthen our bonds and build relationships that last over time, even when physical distance separates us. Number 2. Give them some personal space. The advice to not be there all the time for someone to miss you is based mainly on several psychological principles, such as, for example, the law of scarcity, which consists of things that are scarce or difficult to obtain are valued more. When you're constantly available, your presence becomes less special. By creating a little distance, you make your presence more precious and expected. Also, the law of mystery that talks about how a little mystery can be intriguing and attractive. When you're not constantly sharing everything you do and think about on social media or in person, you maintain an aura of mystery that can make the other person want to know more about you. It also focuses on the law of independence, where people are attracted to those who are independent and self-confident. If your life revolves around the other person, you may seem needy and unattractive. Having your own interests, hobbies, and social relationships makes you more interesting and desirable. The law of anticipation, where it is said that anticipation can be a powerful tool to create desire. When you're not constantly available, the other person will have to wait to see you or talk to you. This can increase excitement and desire when they finally meet again. And about the rebound effect, which explains that sometimes the best way to get someone to miss you is to get away from you a little. When you're constantly present, the other person can get used to your attention and take it for granted. By creating a little distance, you can remind them how much they miss you and what you're worth. It's important to note that these tips aren't a magic bullet. There's no guarantee that they'll work in all cases, and it's important to use them sparingly. If you overuse them, you may run the risk of pushing the other person away. The key is to find a balance between being present and available, and giving the other person the space they need. Number 3, take it easy. In the art of living according to Stoic principles, patience is not conceived as a passive or resigned attitude, but as an active virtue that allows us to face life situations with serenity and wisdom. This virtue is especially relevant in the field of interpersonal relationships, where haste and impulsivity can generate conflicts and misunderstandings. If you notice that the person you're starting out with wants to move forward at a fast pace, it's important to stay calm and not get swept up in their expectations. Remember that, in Stoicism, prudence and reflection are valued over impulsiveness. Allowing the other person to invest more time in getting to know you without rushing means giving them the opportunity to discover your qualities in a natural and enriching way. It's a process that requires patience, but in the long run translates into a deeper, more meaningful connection. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this sense, Stoic patience invites us not to react to external pressures, but to remain calm and in control of our own emotions. By giving space to the natural development of the relationship, we allow the other person to gradually discover our virtues, interests, and values. This process of gradual discovery generates expectation and excitement, keeping the other person alert and eager to get to know us better. Stoic patience not only benefits the other person, but it also allows us to develop a deeper, more genuine connection. By not feeling pressured by external expectations, we can focus on getting to know the other person authentically and building a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding. At the end of the road, the true beauty of a relationship lies in the gradual discovery and appreciation of each other's virtues. Stoic patience gives us the tools necessary to cultivate this type of connection, allowing us to build lasting and meaningful relationships that last over time. It's important to remember that patience doesn't mean settling for a relationship that doesn't make us feel good or isn't compatible with our values. If at any point you notice that the relationship isn't working out despite your efforts, it's important to have the courage and honesty to communicate it to the other person. Number 4, wear a unique perfume. Perfume has been used throughout history not only as a personal hygiene tool, but also as a means of attracting and seducing. The attraction that a person's scent generates is due to several factors, including the chemistry of the perfume, the psychology of smell, and the emotional connection that scents can evoke. Each perfume is composed of a unique blend of essential oils, alcohol, and other chemical compounds that interact with each person's skin differently. This interaction can make the same perfume smell different in different individuals. In addition, perfumes can contain pheromones, natural chemicals that are released by the body that can influence sexual attraction. The sense of smell is closely linked to the brain's limbic system, which is responsible for emotions and memories. For this reason, certain scents can evoke powerful memories and emotions. When a person wears a perfume they like, they not only feel more attractive, but they can also convey a positive emotional impression to those around them. The best scents for men are woody scents, such as perfumes with woody notes, such as sandalwood and cedar, are popular among men. These scents are often perceived as masculine and sophisticated. Also, citrus aromas. The fragrances with notes of lemon, orange, and bergamot are fresh and energizing, ideal for daily use. And spicy scents. Perfumes with notes of spices such as cinnamon and cloves can be warm and seductive, perfect for special occasions. On the other hand, for women, floral scents are an excellent option. Fragrances with notes of rose, jasmine, and lavender are classic and feminine, ideal for any occasion. Also, the aroma's fruity. The perfumes with notes of fruits such as apple, pear, and berries are fresh and youthful. It's amazing that I tell you that numerous studies have shown that perfume can be an effective tool to increase attraction between people. For example, a study conducted by the University of Bern found that women were more likely to accept a date with men who wore perfume. Additionally, certain scents can stimulate sexual attraction due to the way they interact with our olfactory receptors and generate a positive emotional response. Also remember, smell is often linked to memory. so every time he smells your perfume, he will think of you. Number 5. It adds some mystery to your experiences together. In the fascinating world of first dating, the revelation of personal information becomes a delicate dance between the desire to connect and the need to preserve mystery. From a psychological perspective, gradually sharing our life story can be a more effective strategy for building a deep and lasting emotional connection. By hinting at certain aspects of our lives and leaving some details for future conversations, we create an aura of mystery and curiosity in the other person. This natural intrigue drives her to want to know more about us, to delve into the nooks and crannies of our history, and to discover the facets that make us unique. This gradual discovery process not only maintains interest over time, but also allows the relationship to develop more naturally and balanced. We avoid the saturation of information that can generate overwhelm, and we allow the other person to build their own image of us at their own pace. Sharing too soon can backfire in several ways. First, it can generate a sense of emotional overload in the other person, who has not yet had enough time to process and understand the depth of our story. Second, it can give the impression that we are seeking validation or approval of our appointment, which can be perceived as a lack of self-confidence. This need for external approval can be unattractive and generate doubts about our self-esteem. On the contrary, by dosing information strategically, we demonstrate confidence and security in ourselves. We don't feel the need to reveal everything right away, but instead enjoy the process of getting to know each other at a leisurely and thoughtful pace. This serene and confident attitude is very attractive to the other person, as it denotes a mature and balanced personality. In addition, it allows us to maintain control over the narrative of our story, revealing only what we consider relevant and timely at any given moment. It is important to emphasize that it is not about repressing information or creating an impenetrable barrier around us. Sharing anecdotes, experiences, and passions naturally and spontaneously is essential to building a genuine connection. The key lies in finding a balance between openness and mystery, revealing enough to pique the other person's interest without overwhelming them with excessive detail. Number 6. Cook. More than just food, food is a universal language that connects cultures, awakens memories, and evokes deep emotions. From childhood, the aromas and flavors of family cooking transport us to happy moments and comfort us in difficult times. Sharing a meal, especially one prepared with love and dedication, becomes an experience that transcends the physical and nourishes the soul. Cooking someone's favorite food is not only an act of love, but also a powerful tool for strengthening emotional and psychological bonds. By putting in the time and effort to prepare a special dish, we are showing care, attention, and appreciation for the other person. Food has the ability to awaken fond memories and emotions associated with specific moments in our lives. A familiar aroma, a familiar texture, or a particular flavor can transport us in an instant to grandma's table, a special celebration, or a picnic in the park. By sharing a home-cooked meal with someone special, we are inviting them on a sensory and emotional journey. Together, we can relive memories, share anecdotes, and create new experiences that will stick in the memory. From a psychological perspective, cooking for others can significantly increase feelings of connection and belonging. This act of generosity and care makes us feel valued and loved, creating an environment conducive to open communication and intimacy. Sharing a table with delicious dishes can reduce stress and encourage honest conversations, allowing emotions and thoughts to surface that may not be expressed on a day-to-day basis. In addition, the process of cooking together can become a collaborative activity that strengthens cooperation, teamwork, and creative problem-solving. Preparing someone's favorite food not only shows our affection, but it also allows us to express our creativity and share our cooking skills. It's a way to give a personalized and meaningful gift, something that the other person will appreciate and remember fondly. By cooking with love and attention, we are not only nourishing the bodies of our loved ones, but also nourishing their souls. We are creating moments of genuine connection, strengthening emotional bonds, and building memories that will last over time. So the next time you have the opportunity to cook for someone special, don't hesitate. Choose your favorite dish, put your heart into it, and enjoy the process of creating a memorable culinary experience. Remember that food is more than just food. It is a language of love that unites and strengthens us. Number 7. Show a little interest in someone or something. Attraction and desire are elements that are constantly fed by various factors. One of them, perhaps less explored but no less effective, is the power of competition. Human beings by nature have a tendency to value what is desired by others. This inclination intensifies when we perceive that a potential competitor is showing interest in someone we are attracted to. In the case of men, studies in social psychology have shown that the presence of a rival can trigger an emotional response that reinforces their desire for the person in question. If you're in an initial relationship and want to maintain your partner's interest and attraction, you may want to consider some subtle strategies that involve the suggestion of competition. For example, you might casually mention that you've received an invitation to go out with someone else, or that you've been meeting someone interesting. It is important that this insinuation is not direct or aggressive, but rather discreet and natural, so that the other person does not feel threatened or insecure. The goal is to create a slight touch of jealousy that rekindles their interest and makes them value your presence more. Remember that the key is in balance. It is not about generating conflicts or insecurities, but about awakening their desire in a subtle and strategic way. In the case of more stable relationships, such as marriage, the strategy may be a little different. Instead of focusing on outside competition, you can highlight your personal interests and activities that don't necessarily include your partner. For example, you might mention that you love attending the pottery workshop on the weekends, or that you really enjoy tending to the garden. Not only does this attitude show that you have a life of your own and value your personal time, but it can also spark a sense of curiosity and desire in your partner to share those moments with you. It is essential to remember that the use of these strategies should be done in moderation and care. The intention is not to generate insecurity or emotional damage, but to maintain a healthy balance in the relationship where both feel valued and desired. Open and honest communication is critical for both partners to feel safe and appreciated. Talk openly about your needs, expectations, and desires so that you can find together a way to keep the flame of passion alive in your relationship. Sparking interest through social psychology can be an effective tool for maintaining attraction and desire in a relationship. However, it is important to use it wisely and responsibly, always taking into account the feelings and needs of the other person. Open and honest communication, along with mutual respect, are the fundamental pillars for building a healthy and lasting relationship. Number 8. Give yourself a makeover. In the fascinating world of human relationships, attraction and connection are not only based on emotional compatibility, but also on visual perception. The way we dress, do our hair and makeup plays a big role in how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us. The choice of our attire and our personal presentation can have a significant impact on our self-esteem and confidence. When we wear clothes that make us feel attractive and confident, we project a positive image of ourselves to the outside world. This sense of security and well-being not only benefits us, but can also positively influence our relationships. By feeling good about our appearance, we are more likely to interact with others openly and confidently, which facilitates connection and intimacy. As you prepare to go out with your partner, not only consider how the clothes you choose make you feel, but also how they might be perceived by your partner. An outfit that highlights your best features and makes you feel confident and attractive can pique their interest and desire. Remember that physical attraction is an important component in any relationship, and a strategic makeover can be an effective tool to rekindle the flame and strengthen the bond with your partner. Paying attention to the details of your appearance, such as makeup and hairstyle, can also have a positive effect on your relationship. If you know your partner likes a particular style, incorporating it into your look shows that you care about their opinion and want to like them. These types of gestures, although small, can strengthen the emotional bond between the two as they convey affection, attention, and consideration. The image you project on a date or special event with your partner can leave a lasting impression on their memory. By striving to look stylish and attractive, you'll not only feel better about yourself in that moment, but you'll also create a positive memory that your partner will associate with you. These types of positive experiences can revitalize the relationship and make you both feel more connected and appreciated. Remember, a makeover isn't about transforming yourself into someone you're not, but about highlighting your natural beauty and expressing your unique personality. Choose clothes, makeup, and hairstyles that make you feel comfortable and confident, while also helping you project the best version of yourself. By combining these elements with a positive attitude and open communication, you'll be able to strengthen your relationship and enjoy a deeper, more meaningful connection with your partner. Well, for more tips like this, you just have to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. If you have someone you know who needs these tips, share this video to help them. You can contribute to the Stoic family continuing to grow by liking the video as well. That's all for today. See you in the next Stoic intervention.